Marshburn Trio. Okay, Reese, it's all yours. Ladies and gentlemen, your MC for this evening. Women want him, men want to be him. You know him, you love him. Here he is, Darius Pierce.
I have my paper up here instead of down here where you can't see it because it's better for me. Good evening. Welcome to the 7th Annual Portland Area Music Theater Awards. Thank you. And thank you to you three who were the only people who sat in the front row. It's great to see so many people here, and it's great to see a lot of people here that I don't know, but that's a little weird to me, so if we could just go around. And everyone just say like their name and like a country you've never been to, and keep it short, because there's a lot of people. We'll just start here and go around, and then the balcony. It's already too long. The 7th Annual PAMTA ceremony, it feels like just yesterday that I was preparing for tonight, but it did. But the 7 years did pass quickly, and this is a big year because the 7th annual year means that we are just 1 year away from being 2 years out from the 10th annual. So that's really huge. It does though, it feels to me like it was much more recent than 7 years ago, this time that we had our first PAMTA Awards. It was 2008. And the outstanding production PAMTA that season went to the Ghosts of Celilo. If anybody here recalls the Ghosts of Celilo back from 7 years ago. And since then, that awards, you know what? If anybody tonight can tell me before the end of the ceremony, without looking it up, all of the shows that have won Outstanding Production PAMTAs from the beginning. And don't try and guess from the mic, because you're going to give clues to people in the audience that are trying to remember. I will give you and you know what, I'll give you a PAMTA. I'll just grab one. Something we've not yet given out. And get it to you. You know what, I'll give you sound design. No one cares about that one. The first year of the PAMTAs was actually also the first year that the Tony Awards gave out a sound design award, which means that starting next year, more people will have musical sound design PAMTAs than Tonys. Just a little factoid to bring you down at the top of the show. Since we all met for the 6th annual PAMTAs, shows were written, cast, rehearsed, staged. Sets were built, songs learned, costumes fabricated or pulled or bought or leased. Props built and found, lights hung, gelled and focused, boards programmed, mics EQ'd and balanced. Orchestras hired, dances taught, direction given and followed and not. Posters printed, tickets sold, places called, curtain calls taken, and through it all, Ben Farmer would not, for the love of God, stop smiling. We worked hard, but we knew it was worth it because at the end of the day, we might get a PAMTA. Tonight, we gather to recognize and heap love on the nominees in 20 categories. to recall and reflect upon the past season, and to nurture and cheer on the artists who will create the future seasons. Theater, unlike many other entertainments, is freshly served each day, like cake. And as we know, it creates a unique experience for everyone in the room every night, like cake. Penn Jillette, who I'm loath to quote, but he once said, "Whenever I'm watching TV, I have a very real sense that I'm watching different tries of the same thing stuck together. It's different for me than watching an actor in the theater that I know is going directly into what he's doing now from what he did 10 minutes ago, because we were both in the room in real time." I think that's a lovely way to put it, and let's celebrate that for a couple of hours tonight, even though there is a new episode of 24 on that I'm missing. But it's okay, I'm here. Also here tonight, and I don't know what we do without them, the Reese Markburn Trio. Backstage, our stage manager, Autumn Trapani. And making her PAMTA debut tonight, our trophy wrangler, Jessica Rose. This year, for the first time, each PAMTA nominee will receive a certificate of nomination. So while this is the 7th annual PAMTAs, it is the first annual PAMTA certificate of nomination. The certificates are on a table in the lobby, and if you didn't pick yours up on the way in tonight, then you really better hurry. Anyone can pick those up. They're just on a table in the lobby. There's no security at all on those. They're not even checking IDs, probably. Please visit the table and pick them up on your way to the after party. Also, right now, in order to acknowledge the outstanding work of this year's nominees, we want to take a moment to ask all the nominees present to please stand and take a bow. Please stand up so we can see and recognize you. And that will likely be the only time you get up tonight. Statistically, I'm not saying... But you should be proud. There were, I believe, 32 musicals this season, and nominations for 26 shows. I say this not to embarrass the 6 shows that were apparently terrible. But to celebrate the breadth and depth of the quality of work we do here. If you worked on any musical this season, you should feel proud and good about your work. If you were nominated, you should feel great. And if you win, just calm down. Stop bloating. It's not a competition. Just calm down. I won a PAMTA in 2009 for the first musical I'd done in 6 years. You don't see me gloating about it. It's because I carry it with me wherever I go. This is what it used to be on a pedestal. Now it just looks like it's a gold paperweight that I'm placing great importance on, but I know what it was. But my point is, I'm not showing off. And I wasn't nominated this year despite giving a performance that HispanicNews.com called, quote, funny, unquote. But that's okay, because this is not a competition. It's a celebration. So let's start the competition. Our first category is supporting actor, and here to present that award is last year's recipient of the James Peppers Award, Norman Wilson.
Thank you. Thank you, Darius. Thank you, PAMTA committee, PAMTA voters, James Peppers. I have a cheat sheet here. I want to take a moment just to indulge a little bit about my musical theater history, and I'm doing this not to be self-indulgent, but because the PAMTA committee asked us to spend at least a few seconds giving a little history, so just so you know, it's not me just seeking attention, although that usually is the case. when I was a kid, my parents were really, really supportive of musical theater, and they loved musical movies, and thank God, because I was useless in any sport. And the Music Man would be on TV the 4th of July of every year, and I was always so excited when it came on because it was my favorite movie. And that just kind of nurtured a love for musical theater, and I'm really proud to be a member of this community where we have an incredible amount of wonderful theater that we get to do, and an ever-growing amount of quality musical theater, and a great community of people to work with. So I think we're all very lucky to be a part of this community. And by the way, the Music Man is going on at the Broadway Road at the Dead Fennel Auditorium at 9000 Southwest Durham, opening on Friday the 27th. So, at this point, I'd like to go ahead and talk about supporting actors. So supporting sounds like a diminutive term, but the task is anything but. Support can mean to bear the weight of or to provide financial assistance, and those don't really apply in this particular case. It's not really about weight or about cash. It's more about serving the script and the other actors in the interest of entertaining the audience. In other words, the supporting actor is just as important as anyone else in the show. Some of us might say more important. They may have less stage time, so, it's more about minutes. It might be called outstanding part-time actor, less than full-time stage time actor. This isn't really going anywhere, so I'm going to go ahead and announce the nominees for Best Supporting Actor in a Musical for this last year. For his clownish Thénardier in Les Miserables, Doug Zimmerman. For his portrayal of a studly boor with an ego bigger than his biceps in Beauty and the Beast, Stacey Murdoch. For his lovable angel in It's a Wonderful Life, Michael Mitchell. For his plethora of oddball characters in Spamalot, Burl Ross. And for his surfeit of characters in that same show, the ever-smiling Ben Farmer. And the winner of the PAMTA for Best Supporting Actor, oh no, it's a tie. But I think only one of you may be here. I've only seen one of you. That means you get to keep it. It is a tie for both actors from Spamalot, Burl Ross and Ben Farmer.
Do it alphabetically by middle names.
I have 2 middle names.
Well, then you win.
I think this just goes to show that if you pick the right obscure comedy and practice the lines and irritate your friends and family for 40 years and wait for it to become a hit Broadway show, you too can win. Thank you very much. The best ensemble is coming up. I'm sure it's going to be Spamalot also. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys. This was one of those rare shows that, as actors, they come around every couple of years where you just don't want to be anywhere else. Part of what I love about what we do is that it's, in a sense, for a couple of months, it's like running away to join the circus. And for me, I truly didn't want to be anywhere else. The ensemble truly made this show, and I have to single out one person. Our choreographer, Aaron Shannon. Who was amazing. This show truly would not have happened without you. You kept us looking good and moving. You kept our spirits up, and this was not an easy show to do, but you kept us all above water. So thank you. This is as much for you as it is for for Brill and I. Well, at least for me. And thank you to Liquid Theater for having both of us back, and thank you for supporting live theater.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome last year's recipient for emerging artist, Leah Seligman. Ladies and gentlemen, Leah Seligman.
Hello, everyone. Could not laugh. I really appreciate that. So I don't know what Norman was talking about. We didn't get asked to talk about our Broadway influences or whatnot. But since he did, I'll go ahead and tell you a little about mine. Well, I don't really know. I think it probably started when after dinner my sister and I, we'd always like to say, hey, we're gonna sing for you now and put on a little show tune extravaganza for my poor parents. You know, I think about it now and I'm like, oh my God, they probably just like laughing their butts off at us. And you know, we'd sing all the Lloyd Webber hits, Sunset Boulevard, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and Sister Act 2. Balls of Confusion? That was my number. All right, so anyway, that's my story. The nominees for Outstanding, what was it? Part-time female actor. This year played a hotel manager, a matchmaker, a young bride, a nightclub singer, and a chest of drawers. For her ballsy turn in White Christmas, Annie Kaiser. For her sweet and courageous Hodel in Fiddler on the Roof, Sarah Stevens. Hodel? For the life of me, I can't figure it out. I'm like, hold on. Alright, I'm sorry about that. For her eccentric and lovable Yenta in Fiddler, Sharon Lee McLean. And for her golden-throated chanteuse in White Christmas, Bozuka Ragaga. Drew Rutledge. By the way, I don't have my PAMTA from last year. Do you still have it?
It's in the mail.
Okay. Just kidding, I have it. Okay. And for her combustible and operatic Madame de la Grande Bouche in Beauty and the Beast, Pam Mahon. And the PAMTA goes to Pam Mahon.
The PAMTA accepts this award on her behalf. Thank you, we'll call you. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Morrow Hammock. And Eric Nordine.
A foto
sapevo di sentirmi solo 3 volte il senso della vita era così clara, mia luce, mio cuore, l'essenza che mi mancava, sei tu. Ma lei non può amarmi non così, non amava un ragazzino, non può amare un ragazzino, Dio, dormivo, io non sapevo di essere solo, solo nel buio. Non può amarmi non così, oh Clara, non amerà un ragazzino, non può amare un ragazzino, Dio, Clara, mia luce, mio cuore, l'essenza che mi mancava, sei tu.
So in a similar vein as was mentioned before, we were asked to say a quick little thing about how we got into this as actors and performers in the first place. And really quick, I actually grew up in Portland, Oregon, watching my parents and their parents perform. And my parents actually are here tonight, and they're pretty much the reason that I'm in this and I do this. And they have, you know, put me in it, whether they wanted me to do it or not. So, anyway, that's my story.
It's really extraordinary to me how a powerful performance with music bridges language barriers in a way that, I don't know, a play doesn't for me. Many fancy words are associated with costume design. Color palette, distress, pattern drafting, fabric draping, fit, because costumes fit. And while it's not ideal, costume designers also often have to deal with words like cleaning and repairing. But unless your show is called The Naked Bike Ride the Musical, you need costumes provide the audience with a tremendous amount of information about the characters, their style, their time period, their socioeconomic stratum, maybe but not always their gender. But more than anything else, a costume tells the audience what the character is wearing. The nominees for Outstanding Costume Design are, for her youthful display in Little Red Riding Hood, Mary Roshan. For her flamboyant Peter Pan, Shayna Targash. For her elevated reality of Spamalot, Merry Christmas. For his regal Deflatormouse, Darren J. Poofall. And for her dreamlike A Light in the Piazza, Alison Daw. And the PAMTA goes to Alison Daw.
Anyone from Portland Playhouse, come on up. Oh, there she is.
So I accept this for Allison. Her design was gorgeous, and she's a dream to work with, as I'm sure many of you know. And it's such a tragedy that she's moved to New York City, but I hope that they need costumes in New York too. And maybe we'll have the great pleasure of welcoming her back to Portland in the next couple of years. So thank you, Allison. Thank you, everyone at Light in the Piazza. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome last year's recipient for Outstanding Set Design, Steve Coker.
Thank you. Most shows have costumes, lights, and actors. But not all shows have sets. And a set can be seen by some as an expensive and annoying extravagance, especially in musical theater where the sets not only have to be visually compelling and convincing, but also versatile and easy to move. Please, may I never have to build a freestanding door again. But a great set is a masterpiece of design and engineering. And tonight's nominees for Outstanding Set Design are, for his stunning Deflator Mouse, Larry Larson. For his clever Peter Pan, Jeff Seitz. For his massive and organic Fiddler on the Roof, G.W. Mercier. For the mobile Red Riding Hood, Christine Willis Crosser. And for his delightful Spamalot, once again, Jeff Seitz. This year's PAMTA goes to G.W. Mercier.
I'm not G.W. Mercier, also known as Skip. I work at PCS, and thank you. Awesome, you guys are great.
Please welcome last year's recipient for Outstanding Choreography, Valerie Edwards.
They mentioned we needed to talk, or we should say something about how we got started in theater, and I'm thinking, I'm a dancer, I don't talk. My grade school was doing The Wizard of Oz, and like every other 6th grade girl, I wanted to be Dorothy. But I got cast as the Wicked Witch of the West, which was either typecasting or preparation for a future as a choreographer. Without a choreographer, the cast would just stand there. Or they might sway a little, clap their hands to the music, Who knows, they might just sit down and sing. And who wants that? The nominees for Outstanding Choreography are, for her lithe and feline rendering of Cats, Lynn Kramer. For her stark and sensual kiss of the Spider Woman, Sarah Mishler-Martin. For his precise and simply wunderbar Kiss Me Kate, Wes Hansen. For his joyful and proud Fiddler on the Roof, Kent Zimmerman. And for her rousing and farcical Spamalot, Erin Shin. And the PAMTA goes to Wes Hansen.
Gonna happen. I looked at my husband and I was like, I'm not dressing up tonight because I was like nominated the last 2 years, and I'm just gonna go watch and listen to Drew sing. And I thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you to my family and my mom and my sister and everyone who's always supported me, who kept me in dance my entire life. It's what keeps me going, it's what keeps me sane, and I love it, and I love you all. Thank you.
A few words about the care and feeding of your PAMTA trophy. Should you take one home tonight through merit or theft, this is serious. To avoid tarnishing, inevitable tarnishing, just a little neutral shoe polish with a cotton cloth. Also, the trophies like a little chat now and then. A good reading lamp, a little shelf with no snow globes near it. Maybe a turntable for exercise. Truly, though, it is best not to fondle the pyramid or to use the word fondle ever. But it will leave smudges. And if I am at your house and I see smudges on your PAMTA, there will be consequences. Which brings me to this. If you win a PAMTA, please invite me to your house. That would be nice. Once you enter the theater, the first statement the show makes is with the playbill cover. You are about to go on a journey, and like a curtain rising on the show, the playbill opens to inform you of the shape of the evening ahead. It is the cover of the playbill that gives you that first impression that can't be taken back, that can heighten your anticipation of what is to come. And because this artwork is likely the same as the ads and posters you saw before buying your ticket, it may even be part of what got you into the theater in the first place. The nominees for Outstanding Playbill Cover Design are, for her playful Little Red Riding Hood, Lee Moyer. For his explosive plaid tidings, Craig Mitchelldyer. For her style-specific Fiddler on the Roof, Julia McNamara. For his retro-futuristic electric dreams, Scott Roller. And for his 60s retro, The Last 5 Years, Michael Buscino. And the PAMTA goes to Julia McNamara.
And Don, want to pick this one up? It's for Fiddler. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Chrissy Kelly Pettit.
Man opens on Friday at the Dead Film Auditorium, 9000 Southwest Durham Road in Tigard, Oregon. So I got started in theater around the age of 7. My parents brought me to see a production of The Sound of Music, and I just thought it was so magical, and I couldn't believe that people got to do that for a job. And so I kind of knew at the age of 7 that that's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to be Liesel. But 16 has passed me by. Maybe Mother Superior someday. Thank you so much.
Please welcome last year's recipient for Outstanding Light Design, Phil Macbeth. I guess that should be Phil the Scottish play.
That's okay. There's no way. So everybody in this room, no way. It's okay. And also, Music Man opens this Friday, 1000 Durham Road. Okay, just saying. So my 30 seconds, what was 30 seconds? I guess when I was in high school, I hated sports, and I hated the gym teacher even worse. So I was looking for something, and I fell into theater, and found myself acting, not very well. Actually was in a play with Kurt over there in high school. We did 2 different schools. And I wanted to stay in theater, but I was not a very good actor. So I found another path. Lights.
Thank you.
That was it. So there is a silent character in every play. Lights inform us on a subliminal level. The danger, the celebration, the love, the suspense. A finely finessed lighting design can transport us, move us. Lights are the magic trick. They paint the set. See, I'm not a very good actor. So the nominees for this year, let me see. For his epic Les Mis, Marc Lapierre. For her operatic Fiddler on the Roof, Anne Wrightston. For his clever and comedic Spamalot, Marc Lapierre. For his flamboyant Lizzie, Daniel Meeker. For his painterly light in the Piazza, Daniel Meeker. Oh, and by the way, last time I was in front of a crowd, I had to say, get out of the theater. Yes, the fire alarm means get out. It's true, last time. Anne Wrightston is our winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Rutledge.
If I loved you time and again, I
it's something with my tooth. I was thinking, actually during the song, about what I was gonna say after the song. And that's about my first theatrical experience. And that is fittingly, why fittingly, I don't know, it's gonna be weird now that I said that when I tell you, as a green dog with one ear and no tail. And I don't know why that's fitting, but it was in a production at our local college that my parents forced me to go to, and I was terrified, and I sat in the back the whole time, and I watched all the other kids play on stage, and they had them do dog things, like roll over and like fetch things. And so then eventually I like wandered up to the stage, and the thing that sealed the deal for me getting the part was my dramatic acting. So, when they asked us to play dead, all of the other kids did the cartoony, like, you know, I did the saddest little fetal position dog that you'd ever seen. Because I had seen a dead dog, and I loved it. So that's my first theatrical.
If you've ever hosted something before, you know there's no way to transition away from dead dogs. So I'm just going to go. The future of musical theater lies in its young artists. PAMTA recipients in this category have gone on to act on television and in equity companies. Someday, a young PAMTA recipient will undoubtedly originate an iconic role or write a new musical, and as we all know, musicals can change the world. Those ready to change the world are. For his spirited portrayal of Bunny in Goodnight Moon, Henry Martin. For his charming Peter in Peter Pan, Martin Tebow. For her indomitable Nancy in Fancy Nancy, Madison Rae. For his compassionate zombie and Zombie in Love, Blake Peebles. And for her chipper Chip in Beauty and the Beast, Aida Valentine. And the PAMTA goes to two people. Blake Peebles and Madison Rae.
So this is really unexpected and really awesome. First of all, thank you to the PAMTA committee and also all of you out here who support live theater and who come to events like these and support us. This was one of those shows where I learned as much on backstage as I did on stage. The cast and crew, they were all so warm and supportive and knowledgeable and really helped me out, and it was great. While I had a blast on stage, I learned so much, and it was a really great experience. So thank you, Mom.
I'd also like to thank my parents for driving me to the theater because I'm too lazy to get my driver's license. And putting up with me singing songs about brains for a few months at a time because that must have been fun. And the whole cast and crew and creative team and everyone for helping me be dead, but not literally because that'd be a crime. Thank you.
Blake, I only got my driver's license 2 years ago, so don't let them rush you.
That's true.
The first wireless mic systems were introduced to musical theater in the early 1970s, nearly a half-century ago. Before that, no one could hear anything. Musicals were not good experiences. Now, it is rare to find find a musical anywhere that doesn't incorporate these tiny, powerful, expensive, fussy mic systems. The design and maintenance of these systems is not only a science, it is an art. For this and the many, many other elements that go into creating their art, this year's nominees for Outstanding Sound Design are, for her sensitive and lush delivery of Fiddler on the Roof, Cassie Basilio. For his lovely My Fair Lady, Dan Hallberg. For his jazzy and bubbling Ain't Misbehavin', Brian Moen. For his crisp and full plaid tidings, Tim Ritchie. And for their helping us find the Grail in Spamalot Bombastic Productions. And this PAMTA goes to Brian Moen for Ain't Misbehavin'.
I was not expecting this. I have to say thank you to Gordon for all that he's taught me, to Sharath and Tim for all that they've shown me, and for Kirk for giving me the opportunity. Thank you guys.
Ensemble in the theater. Or, as Sarah Jane Hardy says, ensemble in the theater. She's very pretentious, if you've ever met her. Just nobody says it out loud. Okay. Ensemble in the theater. What is it? What does it do? We don't know. We may never know. We Googled, we Yahooed, we Binged. We looked in the encyclopedia and then remembered no one has those anymore. All we know is that as performers, we'd rather be a weak link in a powerful ensemble than the star of a weak ensemble, because what's important is the story, and nothing tells the story better than a group of talented people all focused in exactly the same direction. So here are the nominees for the Outstanding Ensemble. Ain't Misbehavin', Stumptown Stages. The Bikinis at Broadway Road. Plaid Tidings at Broadway Road. Fiddler on the Roof at Portland Center Stage. Spamalot at Lakewood. And the PAMTA goes to the Bikinis.
Together and for being so amazing, and this was an amazing experience, and I'd like to thank Jacob Toth, our director and choreographer. That's good. That's a good start together. Who were they? Lori Campbell Leslie. She can't be her. Yeah, and Jeffrey Childs, our music Jeffrey, the fifth our great band, Justin, and Fletcher, and Gary. And also, I just wanted to say that, we had so much damn fun, and we knew it was going to be great fun. And I thought, oh, a fluffy little fun show. And people were moved. And they came to us in tears and said, you saved my life. And, that just made it all a beautiful thing. It meant something. It was really, really And unbridled joy and fun is valid, and we need lots of it. Thank you.
back, two-time PAMTA winner, Madison Ray.
I'm pleased to say I'm quite fulfilled. Life's been great since being killed. There's lots of things I like to do. I dig for worms, I eat them too. I read, I run, I smile, I bake. But a friend to do it all with would be the icing on the cake. I'm super smart for being dead. The brains I ate went to my head. I'm quite adept at using humor. Did you hear the joke about the tumor? I skate, I think, I dance, I break. But a friend to do it all with would be the icing on the cake. If I were to meet a friend, a guy, if somehow I caught his eye, we could start as friends and that'd be great. And maybe we'd go on a date to a darkened cemetery. Gosh, I hope it's nice and scary. I'd hold his hand, it wouldn't break. Oh, an extra special friend would be the cherry on whipped cream, on the maggots, on the icing on the cake.
I'm standing here not so you can keep clapping, but so that I can say my little thing, so because I think I'm supposed to do that. But basically, I was incredibly shy when I was younger, and I would sing really loudly and dance in the safety of my shower and bedroom. And so my parents enrolled me in theater classes at the age of 4, and I loved it. I felt totally safe and totally at home. And my first production was The Sound of Music. And I loved what happened on stage almost as much as I loved what happened backstage, which is still the case. I think it's so much fun to share yourself with a crowd and to share yourself with the people that you're working with. So that's my little story. This is also an invitation for Darius Pierce. You can come to my house because I have a PAMTA now.
Please welcome last year's recipient for Outstanding Score and Song, Julianne Johnson.
Oh, the shoes, you want? Yes. Now, moving on. We have 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you why I love theater so much. Picture this. It's an inner city school. 90% black. Music, Al Green, the Dramatics, a lot of people, real funky, AC, Sunshine Band. Some of you people just don't even know what I'm talking about. But, you know what I'm saying? It was funk, it was soul, it was R&B. A talent competition comes up. Oh, by the way, there were nuns running the school. I was a straight A student and they got tired of me messing with people while they weren't finished with their work. So they asked me to go downstairs and build a talent show. And I had just seen The Sound of Music. And so everyone got up and they were doing Funky Town and they were doing all, and Julianne came out and sang, I have confidence in sunshine. And so, the task of the musical director is to shape not only the vocal sound, but also the instrumental sound as well. The musical director's palette covers the spectrum of tempo, rests, accents, volume, and in other words, all the colors of the musical landscape are under their particular auspices. This year, those elements were in the capable hands of Robert Fischel for Ain't Misbehavin', Rick Lewis, Fiddler on the Roof, Eric Nordine, Light in the Piazza, Stephen Alexander, Spamalot, and KJ McElrath for Flash, Aw, Aw. Aw. And the PAMTA goes to. The outstanding music director is Eric Nordine.
All right, wow, thank you very much. When Brian called me, I thought he was talking about Bud Light and pizza. But yeah, let it sink in, it'll take a second. I'd like to thank Brian and Kevin at Portland Playhouse. They were amazing. Our cast was almost all amazing, other than Drew. No, just kidding. And the crew, the show, it was absolutely a once-in-a-lifetime experience, I have to say. And thank you, Brian, for letting me do it. All right.
Reese, did you guys play Eric on to Maria? Yeah. That's my favorite thing so far tonight. A lot of people say to me, hey, Darius, just what are orchestrations anyway? And I say, I don't know, get out of here. And they say, don't be so rude. And I say, don't not know what orchestrations are. And then I run. The nominees for Outstanding Original Orchestration. This actually is, in truth, orchestration is one of the most impressive feats of musical theater to me. I don't understand how people hear and then transcribe orchestrations. These nominees are, for his playful and nostalgic treatments for Little Red Riding Hood, Adam Brock. For their angst and love-lorn yearnings for Zombie and Love, Daniel Larson and Michelle Elliott. For his classic and exuberant renderings for Will Vinton's The Kiss, John Newton. And for his rock and roll renditions of a story that happened over a century ago in Lizzie Allen Stevens Hewitt. And the PAMTA goes to Alan Stevens Hewitt for Lizzie.
Welcome, Michelle Mariana.
I was in the back futzing with my teeth too. Out of the glass. Let's see what this is. Oh. Okay, Corey wrote the lyrics. It's bad when you have to take your glasses off to read, isn't it? It's the little things you do together, that make perfect performances. The roles that you pursue together, credits you accrue together, looks you misconstrue together, that make theater a joy. It's cool. It's the little things you share together, swear together, wear together, that make perfect performances. Rehearsals you enjoy together, co-stars you annoy together, plays that you destroy together, that keep theater fresh. It's not so hard to be actors when many maneuver as one. It's not so hard to be actors, and holy crap, is it fun? It's sharing little winks together, drinks together, kinks together, that make theater a joy. It's tickets that you shop together, habits that you stop together, costumes that you swap together, that make perfect performances. It's not talk of love and the shows up ahead that allow you to get through the worst. It's I do and you don't and no one can see me. And who brought the method up first? It's the little things, the little things, the little things, the little things. It's getting to the source together, shouting to your horse together, getting really coarse together, that make perfect performances, becoming a cliche together, growing old and gray together, learning that you're gay together. It's not so hard to be actors. It's much the simplest of crimes. It's not so hard to be actors. I've done it 64 times. It's people that you hate together, take together, separate together, that make theater a joy. The lines that you forget together, critics' pants you sweat together, going into debt together, that make perfect performances. Kiss, kiss. My first theatrical experience was second grade. I was a daffodil. And I was hooked. My mom made my costume. It was really cool. And I've been doing it ever since. And I'm really happy to be part of this community.
I should never follow Michelle Marianne. It was just clearly the wrong order. Alan Berg, who was a PAMTA recipient from last year, was set to present the next two awards, but he was called away to assist in the delivery of the birth of his grandson, which is one of the few good reasons to not be. So I will present these next two awards using my best Alan Berg impression, which sounds shockingly like my regular voice. Since the beginning of musical theater, the songs that emerged often became national hits and standards. So who knows, these four nominees could be well on their way to topping the charts. For Outstanding Song, Any Which Way from Little Red Riding Hood. If You Like from Zombie in Love. Swangin' in the Swamp from The Kiss. House of Gordon from Lizzie. And the PAMTA goes to... Well... This has the writers of the song and not the name of the song on the card, but I'm looking ahead.
House of Gordon.
It's House of Gordon from Lizzie.
Okay, hold on. Now, you all don't know who I am. But I am the most powerful man in Portland. I am the company manager for Portland Center Stage. I have great power, and since nobody from Portland Center Stage could be here this evening, and they made me, yes, made me, come here to accept 7 awards for which I was not winning any, here's what we're going to do. All of you lucky winners tonight, all of you PAMTA winners, yeah. Have you seen Lizzie yet? No, don't lie, you haven't. You haven't, it's okay, it's okay. You haven't. Remember, company manager, I know who's there every night I see you. So here's what we're gonna do. And let's see if I get fired for this, okay? I want you, this is the last week of Lizzie, and it's an amazing show. It's freaking phenomenal. It's incredible, and I'm not just saying that because I work there, like, I swear, it's really, really good. Bring your PAMTA, get it for free, whatever that you want. Let's see if I have a job by next Monday.
And the nominees for most passive-aggressive acceptance speech. You can't walk around. Everybody here knows you didn't earn any of those pins. Which came first? The score or the book? The lyrics or the music? An age-old question that we'll never have an answer to because we don't want to ask the writers. No matter the case, a musical cannot be called a musical without a score and cannot succeed the way these did without a deeply compelling score. This year, the nominees for Outstanding Original Score are Little Red Riding Hood by Bob Hardy, Zombie in Love by Danny Larson and Michelle Elliott, The Kiss by David Pomerantz, and Lizzie by Alan Stevens Hewitt, Tim Maynor, and Stephen Chelsea DeMaio. And the PAMTA goes to Don Mason for Lizzie.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is again, Ben Farmer. And his fiancée. Megan Carver, but soon to be Megan Farmer Carver Farmer.
Farver.
Invitations are in the mail. Once in every show, there comes a song like this. It starts off soft and low, and ends up with a kiss. Oh well, is the song that goes like this. Where is it? That's awfully high for me.
But everyone can see we should have stayed in D. For this is our song that goes like this.
I'm feeling very proud.
You're singing far too loud.
That's the way that this song goes.
You're standing on my toes. Singing a song that goes like this. Can't believe it's wrong.
It's far too long, I'm sure.
That's the trouble with this song. It goes on and on and on. For this is a song that is too long.
Jesus Christ, goddammit! You wish that you were born!
Let's stop this damn refrain
Before we go insane, the song always ends like my first theater experience was I was 8 years old, and I was taken on a field trip to watch a production of Meredith Willson's The Music Man, which opens this Friday at the Dead Family Theater. Get your tickets now, robertrosdo.com. I was 8 years old, and I was sitting in the front row with my brother and my 8 and 9-year-old friends, and they were like, "Oh, this is boring, let's go home." And I was just, I had never seen The Music Man before. I had no idea what was going on. I just knew everybody was wearing a lot of makeup, including the guys, and I'm like, wow, that's really odd, but very exciting at the same time. And but without musical theater, without this weird, odd, broken road that I've taken to get here to this amazing community, I would not have met my incredible fiance.
This actually might ring a bell for a couple of people. The first thing that I ever did that got me into theater, I went to a little middle school called St. John Fisher, and the music director there was Kathy Philpott. She gave me my very first role that I ever had, which was, the role was Dale Carver, and that's where my stage name comes from, Megan Carver. And without her guidance and her support and unwavering faith in me, I would not be here today.
Did everybody notice how Ben talked about how his journey led him to Megan, and then Megan said nothing about it? I'm just observing. At the discretion of the board, the PAMTAs can elect to recognize specific artists for their outstanding contributions to the theater scene. This year, there are 3 recipients of the James Peppers Memorial Award, and here to present them is Corey Brunish.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. It's great to see your smiling faces every year. My first theater experience was in 5th grade. Back in the 1800s. I was cast as Tom Sawyer, and I think I had an unfair advantage. I believe I won the role because I had a convincing Southern dialect, because I had lived for a short time in Virginia. I want to give a shout out to the nominees tonight. I have sat where you're sitting and had my name called, and I have sat where you're sitting and not had my name called, and while the former is certainly more exhilarating, I try to remember when the latter happens, the exhilaration I felt when I was nominated. So don't be too hard on yourselves if you're not in the 20 percentile tonight. Just remember that you're on your way. So congratulations. Alrighty then. Oh, maybe I can see this. Our first recipient tonight of the James Peppers Award is I hear you, I can hear you, is an actor, a singer, a music director, a pianist, and it might be added, he is highly accomplished in all of these categories. The fact is, we always look forward to what he's up to next. So the James Peppers Award for Outstanding Contribution to the Theater goes to Eric Little. Actually, I've always wanted one of these. And I know where to get engraved, so I just got one home. I'll hook you up. I'll get them all engraved. I know how to spell your name. Our next recipient is also a musical director, an actor, a singer. He is known for his easygoing manner and as an asset to any production lucky enough to have him aboard. I have had the singular pleasure of working with him twice, and his name is John Quisenberry. So now I have bookends. Well, you know, I've tried booking this event on Sundays, I've tried booking on Mondays, and people come up with excuses every single year. And someday, the folks of Portland are going to have enough guts to show up. Okay. Now, like our first two recipients tonight, our next awardee is just getting started. He calls himself a student, but we know better. His performances teach us about ourselves and about what a joy it is to be in the presence of an artist practicing his art at its highest levels. His name is Drew Harper. So that's it for me. We're going to have a number now from Aida. It's James Drake and Malia Tippett.
We all lead such elaborate lives, wild ambitions in our sights. How an affair of the heart survives days apart and hurried nights. I'm so tired of all we're going through. I don't want to live like that. I'm so tired of all we're going through. I don't want We all live in extravagant times, playing games we can't all win. Unintended emotional crimes. Take some out, take others in. I'm so tired of all we're going through. I don't want to live like that. I'm so tired of all we're going through. I don't want to love like that. I just want to be with you now and forever. Peaceful and true. This may not be the moment to tell you face to face, but I could wait forever for the perfect time and place. We all lead such elaborate lives. We don't know whose words are true. Strangers, lovers, husbands, wives. Hard to know who's more than who. Too many choices tear us apart. I don't want to live like that. Too many choices tear us apart. I don't want to love like that. I just want to touch your heart. May this confession be the
I missed the part about us having to do this little talk about where theater started for us because we were at the bar. So we heard from Ben Farmer that we're supposed to do this. So, would you like to go first?
My dad is my hero and a very accomplished instrumentalist, so musical theater was my teenage rebellion.
For me, I grew up in the theater. My parents both worked at Sunset High School in the theater, so theater was home. For those of you who know my mom know this will come as a shock that at, I think it was 5 1/2, the first show I went to was the first national tour of a chorus line. So at 5 1/2, I got it all right then and there.
To win the Original Musical Award, a show must be two things: original and a musical. And if it's a musical comedy, it should be funny. Funny and original and a musical. And if it is not a comedy, then it should be not funny. Ever. It should be dignified and serious and grim. It should be grim. It should be grim. It should be a grim musical. Like Grim the Musical. I'm very good with titles. And that show will be premiering very shortly after I write it. While you're waiting for that premiere, please welcome, to announce this year's Outstanding Original Musical, because we cannot get enough of her, Madison Rae.
This year, 4 musicals were born in our town. 1 a retelling of a classic fairy tale, 1 a new look at the zombie craze, another fairy tale, but with a twist or three, and an infamous murder case brought into this century via a rock and roll score. The nominees for Outstanding Original Musical are Little Red Riding Hood by Bob Hardy and Melody Bridges. Zombie in Love by Michelle Elliott and Danny Larson. The Kiss by Will Vinton and David Pomeranz. And Lizzie by Alan Stevens Hewitt, Tim Maynor, and Stephen Cheslick DeMeyer. And the PAMTA this year goes to Zombie in Love.
Hi, I'm Ross McKean. I'm from Oregon Children's Theater.
No, you're not.
I just want to say, like, on behalf of half the cast, we worked on the show for like 9 months, and it was like our baby, and like it was we're kind of weirdly, actually, that's really accurate. So I mean, like it was just like a dream, like the best possible original musical on the stage, best team, Marcy Crosden right there. Like, am I right?
I don't have anything to add. These guys were so great. The ensemble that worked on this was just so fabulous. Marcy was mentioned. The development process for this play was just amazing. We're proud to be part of a community that creates original work here and brings it to life and sends it out into the world. And we're incredibly proud of this show. Thanks.
This is again Julianne Johnson.
Hi, I'm here because Corey asked me to be. And I love him so much. It's so great that he's given us an opportunity to come together and experience each other's successes. And I hope and pray that all of us get together another time and just sing with each other and dance with each other and laugh with each other and yell at each other and scream at each other and just feel good about being in theater. I've been in theater in Portland for probably, I would say 28 years, which is amazing for me because I did Ain't Misbehavin' this time as one of the oldest members of the cast. But the first time I did it was the very first time that I was in community theater in Portland. And it was remarkable to go full circle. So in light of how improvisational that time period is, as far as Harlem is concerned, we're gonna take you back and do a little improv with this band. This band is hot, right? Reese got Ain't Misbehavin', look at it. Let's start a rubato. Let's see if the tempo changes can happen. No one to walk with, all by myself. No one to talk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. I ain't misbehaving. I'm saving all my love for you. I know for certain the one I love, I'm through with flirting. It's you that I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, saving all my love for you. Oh, baby.
And the Reese Washburn Trio without rehearsal, right here.
And now it's me. I feel like I should say today is my son's second birthday, and yet I am here with you tonight. And it's partially because, thank you, it's partially because I love being here. I deeply love the campus and musical theater and this community. And a little bit because, what does he know? He doesn't know it's his birthday. He's 2. Barely. He hasn't even been 2 for a day. Another rule of hosting is at some point in the ceremony to make fun of your young child. So, got that out of the way. I don't know how to get to the award.
And now the next award.
A director is many things. A leader, a cheerleader, a teacher, a compatriot, a nurturer. The director must understand the human condition as it applies to the actors and the audience. They must understand both the potential and the limitations of the box in which they will present their efforts. And they must have a point of view through which to interpret the story at hand. Those who have exceeded our expectations this year include, for making us care about those 4 goofballs in plaid tidings, Dan Murphy. For injecting non-stop fun into Ain't Misbehaving, Roger Welch. For giving new perspective to Fiddler on the Roof, Chris Coleman. For making sure the farce came to the fore in Spamalot, Alan Shearman. And for his most illuminating A Light in the Piazza, Brian Weaver. And the PAMTA goes to Chris Coleman, Fiddler on the Roof.
And now here she is, Mrs. Reese Marshburn, Mariana Thielen, right out.
Hello. Are you guys in the bylines? Ken Ollis on the drums. That's Rick McConnell on the bass. And of course, Reese Marshburn. And Reese and I wrote this next song. We were lucky enough to be a part of a songwriting fellowship a couple years ago. It was sponsored by the Johnny Mercer Foundation. We got to work with Marcy Heisler from Marcy and Zena, who wrote Taylor the Latte Boy, and Craig Carnelia, and Charles Strauss, who wrote Annie. And so they challenged us to write a song that was a little more personal. So this next song is based on a partially true story. Look at me, running in the waves, my face toward the sunshine, my arms open wide, my bare feet draw lines in the sand. Look at you, you still have your shoes on, an SPF 50, come here, why not, take my hand, what are you waiting for, the sun
starting the set. What are you waiting for? So what? You're gonna get wet. Jump in. Look at you, inching toward the shore. You've rolled up your pant legs, untied your laces. You stop, stare, and sigh. Look at me, I'm trying to keep my cool. I call out and tease you by shaking my hips. I'm thrilled that you'd even try. What are you waiting for? The sun is starting to set. What are you waiting for? Yeah, you're gonna get wet. Jump in. Second thought. Never mind. Maybe best stay behind. Look at us, soaked from head to toe.
And now welcome last year's recipient for Outstanding Female Actor, Brianna Schubert-Rouse.
Okay, have we not just seen some amazing music tonight? Amazing, amazing. My beginnings in theater had nothing to do with Sound of Music or The Music Man. Sorry. It was a church musical. I was 5. Thank you, Les. And I played Shiny the Angel. Yes, it's hilarious. And I wore a costume that was a Hershey's Kiss costume. With the stuffing taken out, so it was like a big... It was a silver garbage bag. But I had lines, so I was thrilled. Right. I have no pockets. For a bit of unfinished business, last year, due to a transcription error, an actor's name was not read from the stage during the nominations. He was listed in the program, but not acknowledged from the stage, thus depriving him of the applause he would have no doubt received. An apology was posted on the website the following day. The omission was in no way diminishing his contribution to the 2013 season, and the PAMTA's wishes to amend the record at this time. So, take yourselves back a year. For his delightful and clever characters in Avenue Q, Brian Kinder! Fetching gingers here tonight. There are many. And now that we're all caught up and back in 2014, right? This year, we saw 5 outstanding actors take on roles of prisoner, dialectician, milkman, Egyptian warrior, and young suitor. In their hands, these roles became people with whom we could relate, empathize, and root for. For his heartbreaking portrayal of Molina in Kiss of the Spider Woman, Bobby Ryan. For his disheveled, but at the same time precise, Professor Higgins in My Fair Lady, Kevin Connell. For his constantly agitated but ultimately patient Tevye in Fiddler on the Roof, David Studwell. For his long-suffering warrior with the soaring voice, Radames in Aida, James Drake. And for his smitten and smoldering Fabrizio in The Light in the Piazza, Michael Morrow Hanna. The PAMTA goes to David Studwell. Let me just point out, John Mason, that the offer that you made for people with PAMTAs to come and get free tickets to Gordon won't work if you keep taking all the PAMTAs.
Now please welcome back last year's recipient for Outstanding Actress and opening soon in The Music Man at Broadway Rose Theater, located at, well, you know the rest. Chrissy Kelly Pettit, right.
5 actresses portrayed 5 characters, iconic roles, newer roles, all of them complex, all of them rendered with skill, grace, and ardor. For her passionate Aida in the musical of the same name, Joanne Coleman. For her mysterious and cryptic Spider-Woman, handing out those unwanted kisses in Kiss of the Spider-Woman, Margie Boulay. For her heart-wrenching portrayal of Clara in The Light in the Piazza, Meredith K. Clark. For her fiery Eliza in My Fair Lady, Jasmine Gorsline. And for her wounded but obstreperous Margaret in The Light in the Piazza, Susanna Mars. Can we have a drum roll? Yes! And the PAMTA goes, oh, don't drums, crazy. We have a tie! Our PAMTA for Outstanding Actress goes to Meredith K. Clark and Susanna Mars.
Such an honor to accept these awards for Meredith and Susanna. They were 2 of the most generous actors to work with. It was just, for me, it was a great honor to come to work every day and see them. And I wish they could both be here on stage together. They would be so thrilled with this. Thank you. Thank you. It's also, I just want to say it's such a joy, all of the performances. This is a stunning event, and I arrived in Portland in 2008, so I've been here every year that the PAMTAs have been here, but it's only my 2nd time coming, and I've just, the performances I find beautifully moving. It's just an honor to be here with all of you, so thank you so much, and for celebrating Susanna and Meredith.
There's just one PAMTA left on the table. Before we present the PAMTA for Outstanding Production of the Year, let us please thank a few people. We cannot thank them enough. Please, Reese Marshburn on the piano. Robbie Williams, who has provided the finger food for tonight's after party. David Kinder for his photographic services. Autumn and Jessica. And I'd also like to thank Corey. I know that he doesn't like the attention that I'm about to bring towards him. It's clear from his lack of Facebook posts with celebrities. And the fact that there is not a single hole in this building named after him. And the fact that he has not spent the whole ceremony sitting in the back speaking into what we would call Berea Tech, the God mic. But in truth, Corey does so much, not just for musical theater in Portland, but for musical theater at large, not the least of which is providing us this opportunity annually to come together and celebrate and see some just silly good performances. And so, despite the fact that I'll bet you'd wish I wasn't saying this, thank you. Thank you all for being here tonight and for your work all season. And now the moment that we have all anticipated, the outstanding production of the year, which will be joining The Ghosts of Salilo, Crazy Enough, Ragtime, Alice in Wonderland, Hairspray, and The Drowsy Chaperone. Will it be Cats, as rendered by Broadway Rose? A Light in the Piazza, as presented by Portland Playhouse. Beauty and the Beast, mounted by Pixie Dust Productions. Fiddler on the Roof, as interpreted by Portland Center Stage. Spamalot, as offered by Lakewood. The 2014 PAMTA for Outstanding Production is presented to Fiddler on the Roof.
Okay, all jokes aside, seriously, guys, awesome. Thank you very much. I know that a lot of the people don't live here, so that's why they haven't been here to get their awards. Corey Brunish, though, does live here, and he was in Fiddler on the Roof, so... He does not want me to do that. Okay, we're not doing that. So thank you very much to everyone who voted, and thank you for putting this on, and thank you guys for putting up with me so much. And yeah, if I don't get fired, please, if you want an award tonight, seriously, if you want an award tonight, bring it. My name is Don Mason. You can say Don said it, and then they'll fire me. But
Don, how about did that also work?
Yes.
Why not?
Yeah.
You know what? That's a wonderful idea. Why not?
You're gonna get fired. You might as well go.
I may as well go out with a bang. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Why exclude the people who've been nominated? So yes, let's do that. Okay? Great. All right.
Well, I wasn't upset that I wasn't nominated at the beginning of the night. Should you care to linger, there is food for free and drinks for sale in the lobby bar. Thank you so much for being here. Good night, and see you next year.